How you doing, people? Welcome to King's Eyes channel. So let me jump right into it, man. So I spent the past couple months out of the country, right? Abroad on the other side of the world. And, got to experience different cultures and stuff like that. And, I guess in my time abroad, I kind of forgot the way our people act. By our people, I mean black, because I am black here back home, right? And it prompted me to ask the question, what the hell is wrong with black people? Seriously. I mean, I believe I know what's wrong, but I couldn't help but ask myself that question. And you ever heard of how people tame elephants? They tie an elephant to an immovable object, and as long as that elephant is fighting, right? It's fighting, it's trying to break free, it's trying to break loose, right? They keep it tied up until the elephant loses the will to fight. That's the biggest thing. Not the strength, right? The physical fortitude to break free, but the actual will to break free. Then they could tie that elephant to a bike, a loose bike, and he will stand there. He or she will stand there and just accept that they can't get away. They can't be free. They can't move. This is the predicament that I find black people to be in. A while ago, I put on one of my social media sites, right, some facts that I hold to be true. Well, obviously they're true. I mean, they're facts. I don't believe in the whole my truth deal. There's the truth, and then there's not the truth, period. So I put some of the truths down, and needless to say, it angered some black people. I mean, really pissed some people off, right? And the things that I placed weren't just against black people or white people or whatever. It was just general truths. But needless to say, the attack that I got for posting my statement, which I won't reveal those statements because, obviously I don't want to put any information out there to, I guess, people can use to find out who I am if anybody was ever so inclined to try, But, the biggest backlash I got was from black people. Black people like me. Right. And in that backlash, one of these brothers called me privileged. Right? And I can't stand when black people use that stupid ass word. The word in and of itself might signify something, but we throw it around as this attack, right? Attack on character because you're privileged, you were given advantage, right? That's bullshit. And the reason I'm having such a annoyed response to being called privileged is because, yes, I am black. And I'm college educated. I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. I bench press over 400 pounds, right? And because of some of the decisions I've made in my life, I'm able to move differently from a lot of people, And because of this, I was called privileged. But let's look at my past. I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana, right? Single parent household, the oldest of more than a couple siblings, okay? I ain't gonna give an exact number. But I was the oldest, so the burden of responsibility was placed on me early. And don't get me wrong, my mother, she worked hard. You know, yeah, she made some of the mistakes or did some of the stupid shit that single black women do nowadays to basically put their kids behind everybody else at the starting line, right? She did, you know, but I do love my mother, and she did work hard to do what she can to make sure I grew up, you know. But in that time, I've lived around crackheads. I've lived in projects. I've lived without lights for extended periods of time. I have went extended periods of time not being able to eat, right? Being the oldest, I always had the least amount of clothing out of all of my siblings because I am quite a large man, right? So I was a pretty large boy as well. So I never had the most. I always had the least. And it was always looked upon me to be responsible. And I guess that's why it pissed me off to be called privileged. Now, I mentioned earlier that I'm college educated. That's true. But the way I made it through college was through the sport of football, which I was blessed with all the attributes and physical ability needed to perform the sport. Right? So I was called privileged because I took advantage of something I was able to do or am able to do and decided to sacrifice my body. Right? That's privilege. Sacrifice my time, waking up at 5, not being done with the day until 9, while other kids don't wake up till 10, recovering from going out the night before. Right? But I'm privileged. Like I said, single parent home, watching kids that have multiple cars given to them by their parents. Right? But I'm privileged. Not eating while in college on weekends because I simply didn't have the money. Having to pass on things, making it seem like I just didn't want to do it, when in reality, I didn't have the means. But I'm privileged, right? And the most infuriating thing of all of this was the fact that this person came from a 2-parent home. Right? I didn't have a 2-parent home at all growing up. This person, at least for part of the time, or for some of their life where they lived with their parents, came from a 2-parent home. This parent didn't live in the projects. They lived in a house. This person had gotten a vehicle while in high school. Right? Matter of fact, they were one of the kids that I watched get vehicles and drive to school and everything while I walked. You know. And it's crazy to me that black people as a whole cling to this whole, or you privileged if you able to do anything besides bitch, moan, and complain about not having. If you able to make a way for yourself, or you make decisions that put you in a position to have some kind of success. Now we want bitch, moan, and complain. Right? And I'm sorry for the cursing. It just really pisses me off. Because this was a man. This was a young man, my age. Right? And I'm not better than anybody. I'm just me. Right? I compete to be better than the me from yesterday. But it opened my eyes to the state of black people. Black people are that elephant. Black people are that elephant. The will to fight is gone. Now we want to bitch, sit around, and have everything handed to us. We don't want work. We don't want grind. We don't want sacrifice. Because truth be told, in order to get a modicum of success, you're going to have to sacrifice something. Money, time, your body, you will have to sacrifice something. We don't want to do that. We want what we want just handed to us. And yeah, most of that is led by the black female. Be honest. I mean, I call it how it is. But in this video, the title says, "What the hell is wrong with black people?" And you know what? Having just made that statement, you might be surprised to find that it's not the black female. It's the black males. Because we keep deciding to not see, deciding not cause change, right? Walk away. I don't live in the projects no more like I did in my childhood. I'm able to travel the world. I mean, I'm blessed right now to be on the 23rd floor of a 5-star hotel, you know, with an ocean view, which I'm thankful for. It's just a shame, man. And I get it. The government incentivized the black woman to basically kick the man out, in turn destroying the family, which laid the groundwork for the accelerated cluster F that the black community is in nowadays. I get it. But black men choose to side with the women instead of leading. And that is the damn problem. Yes, I still deal with women. Yes, I am red-pilled. But I will call no woman my woman if she refuses to be submissive, refuses to be feminine. Which the majority of women nowadays are neither of those things. So I won't lead them. And they're not my woman. You know? And that's not, I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, I don't judge anybody. But black people we got to do better, man. We got to do better. I'm privileged when I had it harder than the people that attacked me over those statements. Now, I will say this. Some of the young men that rebutted what I had to say or just responded to it, I actually had some, you know, productive conversations with those fellas. So not all, you know, not everybody that I talked to that was a black male attacked me or whatnot. But it's just a shame to see that we do the attacking to our own. We don't like to hear truth. Truth hurts, right? It's an attack. People don't like to hear truth. And it's a damn shame.